Good morning. Well, it's day 6. We just packed up our gear. We've been camping out here at one of my favorite places in the American Southwest. It's called the Wedge. It's near Cleveland, Utah. Price would be the nearest big town, but it's really the middle of nowhere. And we're standing on a launching pad here that overlooks what they refer to as the Little Grand Canyon. It is impressive. It is extremely deep and lots of exposed geology, but you're only looking at about 300 million years of the Earth's geology, which means this is still fairly young Earth. To put it in perspective, if you're at the bottom of the Grand Canyon at, say, Phantom Ranch, you're looking at the oldest rock on the Earth, which is over 1 billion years old, and it's the Precambrian schist and Zoroaster granite. So this is, way, way younger than the oldest rock in the Earth, but it's still really, really impressive. What we've got here is the San Rafael River Valley, and that's the San Rafael River down there. Today we're going to do a big loop, and we're going to end up down at the end of that green spot where there's a bridge on the San Rafael River. But for right now, what I wanted to do was share a little bit about the Wedge. We've heard a lot this summer and spring about how crowded our national parks are. There are horror stories of mile-long backups at places like Grand Canyon. And so everybody's kind of spooked about going to Zion or Bryce or Grand Canyon. And when I came out here, everybody was saying, "Woo, everything's going to be crowded." Well, the Wedge is a classic example of, yes, the national parks, many of them are very crowded, but places like the Wedge, I mean, we've been out here now for almost 16 hours and we've seen like 5 people. And there was one other group camping. It's primitive camping. There is a pay toilet or pit toilet. So as I look around here and I see all the trails, you can walk out here along the rims, to kind of orient you, that over there across the way, that's about 6,000 feet in elevation. So we're obviously a little bit lower. And what you've got is, you've got a giant rim here that just sheer drop off down to the San Rafael River below. And so there are trails that go all the way along the rim and then look out over into the areas that run down toward Castledale. And there's Indian rock art. It's just an amazing, absolutely amazing place. And so I want you to realize that while America's parks are very crowded, there are still many, many, many places that you can get off the beaten track and you can come out and literally feel like you are absolutely alone on the planet Earth. So I suggest you get out a good map or your Google map and you pick a state. Utah, you can't go wrong. Go to the smaller places, not the big ones, not Zion, not Bryce. Come to places like the Wedge, and they are almost as spectacular as those national parks, but without any of the people. It's totally free, and you can't have anything but fun. So pack up your gear, head on out, and I guarantee you're going to have the time of a lifetime.